Alright everybody, it's been a while since I tried to do this, but I'm pretty sure we're going live here. I am live trading a few things. We're going to see how the connection goes. Here we go. We're looking at Doge right now. It's trending upwards. I would call it a buy. Not going to do anything at the moment. Looking at Ethereum. It's on its way back up. I wouldn't say it's a buy. No, it's on its way back down. I wouldn't call that a buy or a sell. We're going to look at Bitcoin. It's also on its way down. Alright, these things are still over their averages, so I'm not really into doing a buy just yet. I think I'm going to do a buy with Doge. I'm going to let it go down beneath that average that you can see there. Get a buy set up on my phone. And that's ready to go. All I have to do is swipe. As you're seeing here, we're trying to get it far down over here. We're looking at the here's the buy list. Seems pretty thin. Someone could drop a rock on this and this thing could just fall. There are still some sells happening. It's been quiet volume for over an hour. Things are going to heat up pretty soon. I'm going to say that's a buy. I'm calling that the bottom. Let me see what's my buy price. 71.38. Not bad. I'm going to take a look at Ethereum over here. That's still in the averages. I'm not buying yet. I'm going to take a look at Bitcoin. Same deal. It's in between the averages. Not really a buy just yet. Although Bitcoin, it's been the way it's swinging on a percentage basis, it's nowhere near as much as Doge. If you're trying to high frequency trade, I say that's where the opportunity is, because it's got bigger swings. And I'm setting up for another buy. If it drops a little bit right here, I'm going to pull the trigger. But we're going to see what happens. At this time, I'm going to take a look at the stream. Kind of nervous because I haven't done this yet. Don't know what the stream health is right. I don't have any viewers, so perhaps I should check out if I got a URL or something. Oh, I guess I should have copied that from the other screen. What happens if I click on these things? No, I don't want to exit the stream. Alright, well, how do I tell anybody what this thing is? Oh, no. Yeah, copy that. I believe I'm still going. Alright, can I get back to this thing? I don't have a title or anything. Anyway, going back to these screens here. Looks like Doge is coming up. I'm going to get ready for a sell. Let's see what my average cost is. 71.0. I'm already up by a few bucks. I'm going to get ready to dump it. I'm at 72.1. Let's see if it goes up a little higher. Looking at this right here. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? I got my finger on the button. I'm expecting it to come up a little above right here. Might get in the 73 range, but let's check out the order book. Order book is healthy right here. We're going to need like 5-6 million to push through this stuff. I don't like it. And that's a sell. I'm going to sell right now. 72.1. Okay, good. Going to look at the next buy opportunity. Ethereum's looking good. Bitcoin's looking good. Okay, Doge is crashing again. We're going to get ready to buy. I got that locked and loaded. At this time, I'm going to share this link to Twitter. I don't know if this is going to work. All right, and there's so many resources being used right now that this thing, I don't even know if that's if that's the link I should be dropping. Like I said, I've never done this before. It doesn't show up as a link. I'm going to delete that. Let's look for the new buy opportunities. Doge is going to be dropping, and I'm going to get ready. Let's review this. All right, if it drops below that purple and orange convergence right there, I'm going to pull it. Here we go. I just need somebody to push it down. As you can see down here, we still don't have good volume. Not much has happened in the past hour and a half. So let's see if this person, see if these people can push this thing down below the average. Either way, we are below my last sell point. So I can safely buy back that Doge with the same amount of money and get free Doge. It's downtrending for the past 4 minutes. I'm going to let this go, see what happens. But when it dips, it's going to be very brief. It's not going to last long. I'm going to have to keep my eye on this. I'm not going to another screen just yet. I still don't believe anybody's watching this stream. So I got to figure out how to get a link for this thing. At this time, I'm actually just going to go to my YouTube channel and see if this stream shows up and if I can grab the URL and put it on Twitter. I'm going to look back. Not a buy yet. Look at Ethereum, not a buy. Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin that might be a buy. Thinking about it. Man, but I mean, I'm only going to make like $1 off of it. Still got to do it though, because the money needs to be working for you while you're waiting for the other trades. I missed it. I already missed it. I shouldn't have talked about it. I should have just went over the screen. I didn't have it loaded up on the screen though. Not ready to pull the trigger. How about Doge? That might do the same thing. Don't want to buy unless it goes below that line though. We are below my average, not my average, my last sell. So on a technical basis, this is not wrong. I just want it to be more significant, but considering the fact that it's trending up, I can't bank on it going as far down as last time, even though it is due for a dump. Look at the volume, people. It's been a little while, and that's a buy. I'm going to do that. All right, let's go see if I can find, I don't even know how to find, if I got the, see, this is ridiculous. I mean, definitely, you know, I'm old. It was taking me too long to figure this stuff out. I got the URL, closing that, going to Twitter. Hi, Twitter. I've never streamed to YouTube from OBS before. Maybe it works. IDK. Space, ETH space Doge. Okay, we're going to get back to the live trading, but I really need people to be watching this. I never streamed to YouTube from OBS before. Maybe it works. IDK. Okay, tweet. Let's go back at these prices. I missed that. Maybe Bitcoin's a buy. Ethereum's got to come down from that, and Doge is a buy. I'm going to get ready for the Doge. Buy, buy, buy. There it is. Let's see how that turned out to 711. That's not great. Buy. Getting ready for another buy. I got that loaded. all I gotta do is swipe. We just need this to drop a lot more. Come on, people, we got some volume coming. Open this up a little bit. We're watching this fall down here, and it doesn't break the previous low. Interesting. I'm gonna buy right here. No, I'm gonna wait because they're gonna break that previous low. What is that anyway? You go under here, and it's up here. It says 71.0, and then down here we got 7087. Slightly broke the previous low. We still got this one. How low can it go? Well, we're gonna let it go a little bit lower. Come on, people. Move this thing. Get us in a better position. And that's a buy. I'm dollar cost averaging. I'm buying in just 10% at a time. 10% of my cash position at a time. This way I can chase it all the way down and dollar cost average something that isn't terrible so I don't get left hanging. Okay, now it's going back up, so I'm going to take a look at what my average cost is. 71394. Yeah, we're about at my average cost. Oh, I'm in the green. Alright, so I'm just going to have to hope that this goes up a little more than this. I'm in a good position here. At this time, I'm going to zoom out and get a bigger picture of what's going on. We reached an all-time high. I don't think it was an all-time high, was it? Let's go out real far. Interesting. Is that a trend line right there that I drew? I'm going to have to delete that trend line. Get out of here. $875 late January. 873. All right, basically we, sorry people, I don't know if that was extremely loud or not, but that was what's going on. Back to the live stream, okay? Well, we got a person watching this. I don't know if I'm the only person. I can't be the only person live trading Doge, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Okay, we got to get back to work here. Doge is still not above. It's pretty much at my average cost. Take a look at Ethereum. No. Okay, Doge was a buy a second ago. I missed it because it doesn't matter because we got to move forward. Moving forward with the trade. Am I in a buy zone right now? No, I'm in a sell zone. Yeah, it's just jumping up and down a lot. I wonder if it's going to break this 72. See, all these averages have converged. The blue one is the short term, the orange is the middle term, and the purple one is more of a long term. All these averages converged right here. And I don't like that. But any second, somebody with money is going to swoop in and change the situation. I'm going to zoom out. Try to get a feel for what these lines are doing, what the purple line is doing. Yeah, the more you zoom out, it's all above the purple line because it's a relatively recent phenomenon that Doge is going up. As we get to the 5 minute, the purple average starts to make a little more sense. We are slightly above it. When we get to a 3 minute, we're slightly below it. And when we get to the 1 minute, everything converges. I don't really want to buy or sell right here. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to zoom in first. All right, and then I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to look at Ethereum. Ethereum just made a move and then a correction. I think I'm going to buy. Now, I got to put a lot into it because Ethereum doesn't move as much as Doge does. So I got to use greater amounts of money if I'm going to actually make any gains in a matter of moments. Let's see how far down this goes. Do you think it's going to go below that orange line? That's the middle term average. Let's see what it does. Here comes some volume coming in. What are we going to do, people? That's a lot right there. That's the most volume in a good 45 minutes. Half an hour. Yeah, that's a buy. Come on, sellers. Knock it down. Getting ready for another buy. Although it could go back down to that purple line. That's the average. I think the buyers are going to stop it. An interesting thing happened at midnight. The futures opened up. And we're having a little bit of a sell-off in response. That's interesting. It's not enormous, though. Alright, that's a buy. Alright, we're back into Ethereum. I'm going to turn my attention to Bitcoin. Same thing. It went down a little bit. It's on its way back up. This Ethereum thing entering the futures market is interesting. I'd like to read a little more about that. I don't think I should sell the Ethereum anytime soon. And I don't know what I'm doing with Bitcoin. I'm not even trading it. Let me look at how much equity I got. I got 30 bucks in it. I'm going to leave that alone. We should be interested in Doge. Because we're going to be making moves. You know, it's moving so much that on a percentage basis, there's just more to do over here. Provided that you can ride the waves, jump out at the right time, jump in at sensible times. Be greedy when others are fearful. So keep bringing that down. Put everybody in that fear. Let's open up the trading depth a little bit, the order book depth. Spread that out a little. Yeah? Okay, that's better. Fucking trend lines. Get out of here. So, by the way, I'm using bitcoinwisdom.io for this stuff. And is my live stream still working? Yeah. Did that tweet actually work? Wow, it actually worked. Amazing. We're going to go back to Doge. Are we at a buy? Now, I was starting to get greedy, thinking it should go down lower than that. But let's wait a second more. Be a little patient. No, that's a buy. And then I'm going to set up for another buy. We're still below my average cost, so every time I buy, it's going to improve it. But I just want a little more sell action. I want them to knock it down a little bit more before I buy in. Here we go. Something's got to happen. It's been pretty low volume for, I don't know, hour and a half or something. Still waiting. Pushing it down a little bit. Taking a look at the order book. It looks just like things are slow or something. There's a good chunk. But, just to make sure this thing is as responsive as possible, I'm going to close out a Bitcoin. Ethereum's getting close to another buy. I think I might do that, increase my position. Going to look back at Doge again. I have a buy set up for Doge. I might pull the trigger. You know what? Now that I'm looking at it again, this thing looks like it could come down real hard. I'm not going to buy just yet. I'm going to be grateful that I got the gains that I did make. I'm going to go back to Ethereum. I'm going to get ready to make another buy. I think I missed it already. Did I? You guys knock it down a little bit more? Get a better price for old Grandpa? See what you got. Yeah, it just looks like it's consolidating here, like all the averages, the two averages, the short term and the middle term, have converged at this price. I'm going to take a look at Doge. Yeah, this looks like hopefully I'll be on my way to a sell, but that needs a little more time. Looking back at Ethereum, man, I kind of want to just consider that a long-term investment and close out. I really think this thing could go to 2,000 if I just leave it alone and stop looking at it. I'm going to close out of Twitter, maybe save some resources. Alright, I'm going to get in the Doge screen, I'm going to flip over into sell mode. Well, look at that. I'm already up by $3, $2, $3. That's what I like about this. It's so jumpy that if you sit there and watch it, you can just make some money. Now I'm at plus $1.44, $1.47, $1.22. I need it to go a little higher than this if I want to sell. But I mean, that said, it's slightly overbought. It's going to crash any second. I don't want to take just a gain of $1, but I didn't get to sneak enough buys in during that last dip. And there's going to be another one any second. So if anything, I would be selling here just to preserve that cash and prevent erosion of the principal when it goes back down. I'm just going crazy. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Gotta sit here and be patient. I'm in the sell zone though, so I'm going to load up a sell. And I got that ready to go. It's just a click away. So let's see how close we can get to 72. You think we can go beyond that? If a whale steps in and makes a big purchase, this thing could just go all the way up. That can happen any minute. Look at that volume. This has been super quiet for about a half hour. Things are going to heat up any second. Here we go. Oh no, you can hear that. I am so sorry. That was so rude that I was eating with the microphone on. But the good news is we're just about over 72 over here. I got my finger on the buy button, the sell button, and it's going to be hard to call the top, but I'm in the plus, I'm in the green. I'm going to take that gain. I'm not going to get greedy. Everybody else is getting greedy. I'm going to be fearful. Now I know what you're thinking. Sure, I could be missing out on a lot of gains, but I'm trading for security. Like I could hit sell now, and it's guaranteed that I just made a few bucks out of thin air, enough to pay for. Could it be enough for today's gas at this price? Maybe, but we're still pushing. And if we get up there just a little bit further, I'm going to be in phone bill territory. All right, phone bill. Nah, I'm not looking for phone bill territory. I'm going to take today's 5 gallons of gas, and I'm going to be grateful for it. But I still got to call the top. I'm not convinced yet that it's on its way back down. I mean, when it happens, it will be sudden. I got my finger on the button, showing a little bit of a different price on my phone than we are on the screen. But the direction, the movement, the percentage still looks good. And here we are, 72.86. 7.3 cents. And here it comes. Looks like we might be coming up on phone bill money after all. Today is a good day. And this money isn't coming out of thin air. When I sell this doge, it's going to be somebody who's stepping in right now, who believes that for whatever reason 0.7335 doge is a good price. some player is stepping into the market and they're going to take my position. And the problem is, I don't think it's a good position to be in. But they'll show me when this thing goes to 8 or 9 cents, they'll be laughing. But I ain't holding. I'm short-term trading, and boom, there's the sell. Good. Good, I'm pleased with that. I'm not going to tell you how much I made with that, but it's interesting. It was enough to do something with. This is almost a job. I could also be gambling with higher amounts of money, but I'm too risk averse. A lot is going on, and I'm really lucky to be where I'm at and to be able to be doing this at all. So I ain't going to be throwing it away on no stupid gambles. However, we're looking at Ethereum right now, and buying this dip right here seems like the kind of gamble where the odds are on my side. Boom, there it is. There's the buy. And sure, it could dip down a little bit more, but I'll be ready because I got another buy set up. So what's going to happen here? What's up, Ethereum? I should learn more about it getting added to the CME. Check on the stream, make sure this is working. It says it's an excellent connection. So at this time, I'm going to share the link into Facebook. We'll see how that goes. Now, there's a way I can put keys into this too, right? But I'm just going to drop the link. Maybe it'll happen or maybe not. Yep, there we go. And this is really slow because this OBS drawn YouTube streaming plus the charts, all that together is very resource intensive. Got to go back and look at the charts. Doge is doing stuff. Ethereum is recovering. That last dip. Okay, I'm going to go back to Ethereum at a buy. Because I have a buy set up. All I got to do is swipe. Gotta be patient. I don't know, it might not break this support. Right, that is provided we see low volume. You get some volume in there, it's going to rip right through that. I want to be ready. I got my finger on the button. Then again, it can't go too far down significantly. I'm going to leave that alone. I'll leave Ethereum alone for a second. Take our attention back on Doge. And I'm motivated to buy more, but this isn't a good price. We need it to come down a little bit. And I'm going to get a buy order for Doge ready. Because it's going to be within the next minute or two that this is going to come back down below those averages. That is, if you believe in technical analysis, being able to tell the future. Maybe it can't. And does this Facebook link work? We don't know if that's going to happen. But getting the hell out of Facebook. Time eraser. Alright, so I'm at doge. I'm pretty sure I'm below my last sell point. But that is not a buy. I'm going to not look at that for a second. What are we doing looking at Ethereum? And Ethereum has reached equilibrium with its averages. So, if nothing changes, it's just going to stay under 1620 forever. That would be a tragedy. We all know that that is not the future. Back to Doge. Seems fighting. Got some hungry buyers. And if volume picks up and it stays up here, I might do a FOMO buy. Holy shit, I think I am going to do a FOMO buy. It would be the same point that I last sold at, but with less equity. Because I buy in smaller increments than what I sell at. When I buy, I'm kind of anticipating that the price could continue to drop. It's not all sunshine and roses, you know. You can't call the bottom every time. But if you fail to call the top, what's the worst that can happen? You're missing hypothetical money? Come on. When I see gains, I sell almost all of it. Because when it goes up a little bit, I'm thinking, man, we might never see that price again. And I'll spend the rest of my life wishing that I sold Doge when it was 7 cents and everybody thought it was crazy. Well, I did leave a little bit of Doge in the jar, so I'm going to get ready to sell the crumbs. How much are the crumbs worth? Okay, the crumbs are worth something. Crumbs are moving around in increments of like a few pennies at a time. So I can make $1 or $2 profit off of this if I'm lucky and it goes up a little more. We're going to see how that goes. Kind of want to take a peek at Ethereum. That's starting to go back up, but we're going to look at that again in a minute. Doge is at a critical point right here. I'm motivated to sell. This is a little bit higher than my last sell. But these are just the crumbs. I need to hold on to these in case if it runs to 8 cents and beyond. Should I do a FOMO sell? I mean, I'm above both averages, and now it's dropping. Should I do a FOMO sell? No. No, I'm going to switch back into buy mode. I'm going to get ready to increase my position. Because we're due for another small sell-off. One of the OG holders is due. I mean, any minute, some kid with like 1 billion Doge is going to step in and just drop a rock on that price. We're going to see it, baby. And here we go. It's getting ready to come down. It's been trending down. We've had lower highs for the past 3 minutes. We're still above both averages. There is gravitational pressure to bring it back to equilibrium. And this is where I liken technical analysis with astrology. In that Maybe it's real, maybe it's not. And you could have very strong opinions about it not being real. But what we're doing is we're measuring imbalances. We're measuring offness in the vibrations that should return to equilibrium in responding to pressures. Now, you can believe that the gravity of Mercury or the gravity of Jupiter doesn't affect human body or mind over here. Just as you can argue that all of the people who bought in the past 20 minutes doesn't create pressure in these lists that will make it easier for the price to drop in response to, we'll see. I believe, depending on your frame of mind, you could say technical analysis is bullshit in the sense that, look at this volume down here. Any minute, somebody with a big holding can just move that, and there's no way that you can predict that by using technical analysis. You need to have intuition, some hope, a little bit of magical thinking. But a lot of it is managing your risk, thinking about probabilities. It's kind of like the opposite of wishful thinking. Yet there is this intuitive side to this kind of stuff. That is, I'm an idiot. I'm still in buy mode here. And this thing, I'm just going to look at Ethereum for a second. Is Ethereum at a buy? It's pretty close to my last buy. It would have to drop significantly for me to warrant buying in more. I'm waiting for the next doge buy, and it's going to happen any second. Here we got a violent downswing. I want to see a really far down. I want to see two of them. The reason why I don't have any music playing on this thing, because I want you to have room for your own music. I don't even know what you're thinking, listen to this kind of crap for. Watching these numbers on the screen. At this time, I'm going to tune into the stream on my phone just to see if the volume is making any sense. Okay, looking at my YouTube channel on my phone. I don't know how to find this thing. Yeah, there we go. Oh, cool. It says there's one person watching. Because I want you to have room for your own music. I don't even know what you're thinking, listening to this kind of crap for. Watching these numbers on the screen. Alright, the audio is not bad. At this time, I'm going to tune into the stream on my phone. I can't be yelling about Doge and Ethereum, and I can't be yelling about buy and sell. So what am I doing? I'm getting here, I'm ready for a buy. It just dropped below the short-term average. But it is still not close to the other averages. There's still a lot of imbalance here. It's a shame we can make only 3 day trades with stocks for every 5 trading days. I wish I could sit here with, stocks and trade in and out. If you're playing with a very large account, you can do that. But they don't let poor people do that. That's because we have to use programs that act as intermediary so we can have a seat at the table. Yeah. So, if we were doing infinity trades, that'd be too much for their clearinghouse to process. They would have to put up $1 billion in collateral. They would go broke. It ain't going to happen. Man, I'm just realizing that people who do podcasting and streaming and games and stuff, they got a tough job because they can't really go to the bathroom or eat while these things are running. I'm starting to have physical needs. I don't want to leave the stream hanging. You shouldn't be watching this chart on YouTube. I wonder what the delay is like. Oh no, I wonder what the delay is like. I recommend that you look at these charts on your own. But the reason why you're watching it is because of the technical analysis. Okay, over here by the buy orders and sell orders, this thing shows that the buy def is weaker than the sell def. So if we get some sells coming in, this thing could go down further than if we had some buys going in and going up, right? That's what this gray line in between means. This green thing shows you the strength of all the sell orders. The red one shows you the strength of all the buy orders. And these prices, these actions here, these are all hypothetical depending on the incoming volume, what actions they take. You got this, somebody takes a chunk out of a bunch of the orders, and then the price moves in response. Is that a buy? Is that a buy? Man, that's still above my last average cost. I don't want to buy there, but it's only going to go up from here. I just think it could go down a little bit more. I'm going to wait. It is below the orange line. This is a new high. It's tough to tell. I'm going to do it because I'm buying in increments anyway. If it does go down, I'm just going to average, which doesn't really fix the problem. It's just kind of, I'll get into the math of it later. On the way down, you're losing less than you do when you're going back up. So the velocity of the increase versus the velocity of the decrease. If you were to plot out your returns on a curve, you don't want it looking like the chart of the asset. You want to have only these ups because you want to trade out before the downswings, right? Like I sold over here, and while I was holding it, we didn't have this downswing, right? So at the end of the day, if we were to make a chart of the portfolio, it would not look the same as the chart for the asset. Maybe I'll get into how the math for that works some other time. Pull out that Apple Pencil on the iPad. At this time, I'm going to go look at OBS. But you can't really see my head. Is that better? I don't know what you need to be looking at me for anyway. I guess it's good to know that there's a person over there. And that this isn't just a bot account or something. And that's a buy. Alright. I'm going to get set up for another buy. Yeah, there we go. It's going to be a pretty strong move right here. Oh yeah, look at this volume down here. That's the most that we've seen in almost an hour. That's a buy. It might go down a little more though, so I didn't like back up the truck or anything. But that said, I mean, I kind of should not buy anymore unless it does go down significantly. Then again, at this point, we have upward pressure looking at that gray line in between, provided an equal balance of money in both directions, we're looking at more upward trajectory than downward trajectory. You see, like, all markets seek equilibrium, and when any one buyer or seller makes a significant push in either direction, the rest of the market reacts to that. Sometimes they overreact, sometimes they underreact. But it usually comes down to big players making moves that other people will either copy or try to be on the other side of. There's a lot of things that can happen after a huge player makes a move. I would think a guy like Elon Musk would have already owned Doge since like 2014. It would be sick if when Doge gets up to a penny, Elon cashes out, makes several $billions, but then he just puts it into Tesla or something. That would be an entertaining outcome. What does this guy mean when he says the most entertaining outcome is the most likely? Oh shit, I forgot. I have a Patreon. And I'm gonna try to put this live stream on it. I hope you don't see my login. I'm gonna take headphones off. Alright, where was I? I don't remember what I used. Back to Doge. Okay, I need to get ready for a buy. I don't want to do it though because we're within the range of my last buy. My last two buys. Are we going to sell mode already? What are we doing here? I mean, this thing could also drop down to below 7. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I want somebody to step in and just dump a lot of. Let's see how far the price would have to go to. Yeah, $1 million. It'll cost $1 million, a little bit more than $1 million, to push that down to 7. Okay, I have to make a post. Alright. Trying to get a video camera. That's all I'm trying to do. I just have a few $100s, and I'm trying to leverage that to turn it into a few more so I can get a camera. I also got to get a memory card reader. I got to get a battery. I got to get a battery charger. I should probably have more than one battery, and I should probably have more than one memory card. Then I'm going to end up having to get an external drive, because I can't just stop at 1 or 2 films. I'm going to need to have enough space to continually make films and edit them. Is this a buy? Getting close. it's been stuck between the purple line and the orange average for a few moments now, at least 7 minutes. If we break that purple line, I'm gonna buy either way in the next minute or two. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna buy. I've already formed the intention to buy. Get that mouse out of here. I've already formed the intention to buy. And I'm hoping it'll go below the purple line. But if it doesn't, I'm going to have to accept the situation. Because from there, it's going to need to yada yada. I don't want to buy right here. I don't want to buy. I just did. Just bought right there. See, I shouldn't have done that though, because this is the average. It's going to go down a lot more than this, and then eventually return to this. So I need to be waiting for this next real dip. It's going up already. I don't know if I'm ready to go into sell zone already. Look at Ethereum real quick. Let's dip it a little. I don't know if it's a buy though. Doge is not quite a sell yet, but it could be in a minute. Wait, it had a thing for live stream. Oh man, but I don't know. I think I have to set that up before I do the join. Right, there's the URL, and come on, live trading. I need to get this out there because I have people who are I've really been waiting years for this. And if I can keep doing these trades like I've been doing, then I will be able to get a better camera. I have some gift cards, and that's going to take care of some of the accessories. It's just, man, I'm going to need all the money I can get to do this thing. I don't want to exactly be running around asking people for money, though, because is this thing going to change the world? Maybe it will. I want to try. I really want to try. Yeah, there we go. Getting this dropping a little bit. I want it to go across the purple line. I think I can close this window. Yes. Okay, good. I can't believe that this is still working. That's incredible. Alright, price dropped a little bit, but I just needed to get out of this zone. This is like an equilibrium zone. We need to break out. There we go. There we go. Get out of that zone. That'd be sweet if it could just come down to 7 out of nowhere. Because it's inevitable. You know, if you look at the vibration, it's going to end up here in about 15-20 minutes. So I just want it to happen sooner so that the recovery period, the profit zone, starts to occur sooner. So I gotta be a little more patient because this buy price that I'm waiting for, it's inevitable. Now, in truth, I don't have a 100% certainty. It's just probability combined with what I wish will happen. And that's a buy. Now, I bought there because I didn't think it was going to go back down to that previous low. I could be wrong. And I have room for one more buy, which I will not do unless it goes below 7. So I'm going to get in the sell mode and just wait. But first I'm going to look at my average cost. That is good. So I'm just going to wait. It was pushing down a little more. Now I'm tempted to buy right now. But for the average to really make a difference, I would need it to go down significantly. Let's see what Ethereum's doing. Ethereum is stable. If I have any Ethereum, I would sell it right now and buy Doge. What have I got? I have some Ethereum. Yeah, I'm going to cash out of all that. And Doge is still a buy. I got to try to do this quickly. Yeah, okay, cool. My Ethereum didn't really move. Sold out of that. Now I'm going back to Doge. Buy. Now, are we still lower than my last buy? I think we're not. Oh, there we go. Good. Maybe I'll give it a minute, because maybe it'll go even lower than the last thing. For the past 5 minutes, we've been on a downtrend, and every low has been lower than the previous low. You see these? So, we're going to see how far this pushes down. We're below the averages. The RSI is near 30. It's a relative strength indicator. Measuring, you can see that it resembles the price, but it kind of goes in the same direction of the price, where how far up it goes, how far down it goes. It looks back through 14 of those little boxes. The difference between 13 and 14. The difference between that and 12. So then that thing, you get the difference between that thing and 11. And so on and so on. So what happened so many periods ago does matter, but less. But reading the RSI can kind of help you gauge whether the pressure is on your side or not. Uh-oh, I have a bad feeling about this. I think we won't see that last high soon. And this is going to continue to drop. That's okay, because I'm in a position to buy. Unless Ethereum is a better spot than what Ethereum dropped. And that was after I sold. So maybe I'll buy back into that. On a percentage basis, though, Doge is a better opportunity. Ethereum's got stronger fundamentals, but it's not good for day trading. It doesn't move up and down the same way Doge does. Day trading past midnight. But we're down there. We're going to see. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Alright, so once this breaks the bottom, here's how far it can go. I'm looking at the sell order list, the buy order list, and it's pretty thin up until 7. There's a wall right here. Can I select that? I guess I can. And that's represented on this red line by looking across like this. So if somebody drops a lot of money onto that, if somebody drops a lot of Doge into the buy orders, the price should hit a brick wall at 7. But somebody's got a lot that could rip right through that. Yeah, this has got a lot of downside potential. I don't know if I think we're in a new game now. This going down and then up and then down, and then, we kind of broke this pattern now. But then again, each low has been, hey, get out of here. I need to find out. Yeah, it's almost at this low. But it didn't break that. This will be the 3rd time that it tests that area. It's a buy. Sellers are trying to do it, but there's people who are willing to buy at that price. I'm stupid enough to buy at that price. I just did. Let me look at my average, though. Average isn't bad. Okay, I need this to grow. So I'm going to not look at it for a minute. And if I look back and I lost all the money, that's going to be pretty bad. No, I can only lose so much. My portfolio is currently in the green. Even though I'm down on Doge, but it's going to recover. But I mean, it could go down a lot before I get back to even. Because if you were watching about a half hour ago, I made a good deal. I bought somewhere around here. I bought here and here. And then I sold here and a little bit more somewhere around there. That worked out well. Are you going to crash through that wall, though? I mean, it would have to go down significantly if I was going to buy more. Which I would happily do if it went into the 60s, but the amount of volume it would take for that to happen immediately, unreasonable. We'll look at Ethereum. Yeah, you could have bought Ethereum back 5 minutes ago when I said you could have, and you would have made a tiny bit. But like, you would have had to put in $1,600 just to make $2. That's what I'm talking about with these swings. Like, right here, if you caught that and rode that all the way up to the top, You would have to have almost $1,600 in there to be able to make like 30 or 40. With Doge, you don't have to put in that much to get a lot out of these swings. So I'm not even going to look at Ethereum anymore. I think it's a good long-term investment. It's like it's important for the infrastructure. There are other things that are built on the Ethereum network. This thing is not going to go away, people. So let's not short-term trade with that. Ethereum window is closed. We only trade Doge in this house. At least tonight. I mean, this is the hot asset of the week. When this night is over, I hope to never touch this thing again. I gotta keep my ears open for the next yada yada. And Doge is retracing, it's coming back up, it's recovering, coming back to the averages, and we're still in a low volume phase. Any minute, somebody with money can step in and change all of this. But you can't spend your whole life waiting for Elon Musk to run up your crypto. What am I doing here? It's still coming up. We are on a 4-minute trending upwards. Yeah, the other one, they both have the same low, these two. So I wouldn't even count that. I would just say 1, 2, 2.5 minutes. Yeah, that might have been it. And it could just keep going down from here. And again, I'm going to draw a line. Yeah, it doesn't want to go below 7. It only does for a split second. I'm going to get rid of that trend line. I don't want to be looking at it. So although it can go below there, although it can break that point, it's unlikely. But it can. So, I mean, this is part of the dealing with probabilities. You know, you can't predict the market. You can accept that. Because if you realize half the people out there know they can't predict the market, but half the people out there refuse to believe that you can't predict the market, then you can try to predict how other people are going to behave, but you also can't. So if somebody does successfully predict how someone else is going to behave, you have to try to predict how that person is going to behave in response to that. And you got to bet against that. But in a way, we're getting off track here because the price is still moving up. It tested the averages. And it might, but there's quite a bit in this list of sell orders. A lot has to get eaten through for this to happen. Should I open these things up a little? Whoa, look at that. We just had a quick dip that instantly recovered. Yeah, that's how you know there's a lot of people playing here. if things get caught like that real quick, you shake out the jabronis, you shake out anybody that's in that buy order list. Sometimes as you go down those things, you trigger stop losses. But there's a lot of limit buys around the stop losses. And all these automated things get triggered at once when somebody does a market sell for like $3 million. Alright, we're about to break through that line. And we're going to be in the profit zone. We are in the profit zone. And I'm going to switch over to sell. This time I'm going to sell in increments. I'm selling an increment immediately to increase my position. And I got another sell ready. This is about a third of the asset. We'll let this go up a little bit. It's time. Or not. But we're still in the green. So we want to see some more green. That's right, you keep going. It might not do it this time. There might be one more cycle back to the bottom before it goes up to 74. And if another minute goes by without too much movement, I'm going to sell. Not all of it, I just have a third of it. Now we have the short-term average converging with the other two. Then it is due to cross over onto the other side for a moment. Expecting to bounce off. I almost made the sell, but my finger slipped. It's still there on the phone. Trying to be patient. This pull down right here isn't real. It's a jabroni shakeout. The buyers are fighting that. There's new buyers using market orders, stepping in above the limit buys. These people have been waiting who knows how long for their buy orders to happen. Okay, we have some movement upwards. I don't know if we're going to break 72. Might not be the time yet. I still ain't selling. I believe that it can go higher, but it's just wishful thinking. It's not real. Discipline. Stay patient. Do not panic. Sell. You know it's gonna, there's these pressures upward. It's gonna push through. And then there's gonna be the momentum buying. There are still people telling other people on Twitter you gotta go buy Doge. They try to open an account somewhere. That takes some time. You gotta try to get money from your bank account into this new exchange or this new wallet, whatever. That can take some time. Like at this very moment, there could be new players in the market who, like 4 days ago, were told by a friend to go buy Doge. Here the money comes up. Surprisingly stable here. I'm going to get out of that. Still in the green, but not by much. Here we go. That's starting to happen. We got a big shot upwards. That was good. It was very welcome. That's a sell. And let me get another sell ready to go. Alright, let's try and fight that. There we go. Broke through. Come on. Come on. Fight that 729. And once it takes a bite out of the we still got more sellers who are motivated to sell at just under 73. See, when you're trying to make these breakthroughs, the new players in the market have to eventually starve out the OGs who have put ridiculous limit sell orders. Like you put these pie in the sky prices. Like I could put a sell order at 13 cents, and if it never resolves, it's whatever. But what if next week it does resolve? Yeah. Who knows how old some of these sell orders are? Well, since the price is higher than that, I guess they can't be any older than a half hour. But when we reach new highs, the order book might not be as dense, and yeah, it could just keep running because sellers might not get there quick enough to knock it back down. New lows, new highs, that stuff is usually very brief because as soon as other people see it, they try to capitalize on it. Yeah, here we go. Each of these lows, these 3 lows here, are higher than the last. The low of each of these minutes. There's definitely support, and these people are pushing to get it through. We got this curve in the order list where it looks like it's got to go up before it goes down, but now it's got to go down. Now it's got to go up. It does this by calculating all the buy and sell orders, and just does calculations where if you dropped this much money, it would reach this price, yada yada yada. We're above all the averages. This is definitely sell territory. I'm going to do it. I mean, it could go up a little more, but it's been enough time. I think someone's going to knock it down. Check my average cost. I still got some equity in there. I don't think I would sell that unless it went to the moon. Yeah, well, I got the sell window up so that maybe I'll sell a tiny bit more if we briefly see a crazy high price. I doubt that'll happen, but never say never. And to make this even more risky, I'm going to step into the other room for a moment and do something very private. Something everybody does. And it's entirely possible that I'm going to miss this once in a lifetime financial opportunity. Okay, I'll be right back. Well, luckily, I sold during that peak. I'm going to get out of sell mode. I'm going to go into buy mode. I don't even have time to keep track of the profits. The size of the portfolio will tell me when all this is over. I made $40 profit last night, $40 profit the night before that. If I can do it somewhat consistently, it's only possible because we're in a bull market, though. Everybody thinks they're a genius in a bull market, and it's really easy to think that you can do this professionally. But what makes a professional is how well can they do this stuff when the market is shit. And we're in a period of stagnation where things are slowly growing and not much is happening. There's always a bull market somewhere. There's always something somewhere that is happening. How do you find out what that thing is? You're always going to find out too late. But you could still be earlier than a ton of other people. Whatever it is, Doge is working this week. The most entertaining outcome is the most likely. I have a buy order ready, but I want it to go on the other side of the purple line before I do anything. Well, I'll be damned. Maybe that was a buy and we missed it. Maybe it still is. It really should go to the other side of that line. We are below my last sell price, but I'm expecting 2 more hard downs. I'm going to get a buy ready. Yeah. So if I can do it consistently, continue to make the gains, I might start using higher amounts. But this is going to be over in a few days because I'm going to take this out to get a camera. That's the goal. Right now I just got my shitty camera money and trying to make it a moderately okay camera. We're on the other side of the purple line. Still not buying. I'm ready to buy. I'm motivated to buy. We're underneath all the averages. But I'm waiting for at least one more push down. And that's a buy. It might go down more, but I'm going to get another buy ready. Here it comes. It might never come. See, we don't know what's going to happen, and we're okay with not knowing what's going to happen. That doesn't mean we still can't manage our risk and consider probabilities. And if you're afraid of navigating uncertainty, you're not ready for this kind of thing. I do pretty well navigating uncertainty. It usually drives people crazy when they're trying to rely on me for specific anything. But this is a scene where I don't have to do what anybody tells me. I'm going to get this right. And in occasional videos like this one, I'm going to prove it. Hopefully help some people along the way. And that's a buy. Get set up for another one. But this time I'm not going to do anything unless if it makes a big move. Let's take a look at Ethereum real quick. And then we'll take a look at Bitcoin. We're still on Doge. Is this going to be the minute where we break the trend? I'm still concerned with the relatively low volume. There could be absolute bloodshed any minute. Yeah, I think that trend is broken. I'm going to get out of buy mode and I'm going to go into sell mode. Look at what my average price is. Wow, I'm already in the positive. That's ridiculous. Alright, get ready for a sell. Drop almost all of it. Alright, it's ready. And we could let this go for a little bit. we're beginning to see the volume pick up. The RSI has finally got back to 50. We're having a little bit of a drop, but that's okay. It's still a correction. Its lows are still higher than the previous lows. And that's going to bounce back up. It's fighting at the averages. All three of the averages are beginning to converge at this price. So there's just going to be a breakout in one direction or the other. I'm tempted to sell right now at a 54-cent profit. That's no good. I should have did it a minute ago. Okay, we're out of the profit zone. I'm going back to buy. Getting ready for the buy. Okay, good. That's a significant push. If I can get one more of those. Yeah, there's some volume coming in. Good. And that's a buy. Set up for one more. Oh, yeah, springboard recovery. Back in the other direction. That was quick. I think I'm going back into sell mode already. Look at my average price. Average price is good. We're already in the green. That's insane. No, we're just on the edge. Oh, what is this? Yeah, it's incredibly unstable at this level right here. I think this is a buy. It doesn't look like it can last here for long. I think I missed the low. Alright, I'm getting in sell mode. And here we are. We're going to wait. We're going to watch this thing just blow right through those averages. Start climbing to 74. That's good. Got a 3-minute trend upwards. Broke both averages. Question is, can we break 72 this time? Maybe not. Yeah, just took a big chunk out of that. Are we going to keep going? This could be it, people, here. I mean, this could be when it takes off to the moon. You never know. It could happen right before your very eyes. We got a pretty good support, a buy support at 717. it would be hard for the price to drop below that. It was quiet at high noon. The two gunmen staring at each other. Not a whisper. All the townspeople are gathered. Everybody's got guns pointed at each other and no one is talking. It's a very tense moment in the Wild West. Which way is it going to go? Now we have better resolution on the volume, now that it's been enough time since the last huge ass peaks. I'm about to have there we go. I almost had a panic sell right there because I felt like it lost the juice. I still feel like it lost the juice. I'm overwhelmed with panic as I'm $5 over. I'm doing it. I'm making the sell. I just made $5 right in front of your very eyes. Now, I know it took me 5 minutes to do it, but I'm going to do better next time. I'm going to improve it. Let me check my average cost again. Yeah, let me check my average, my most recent sell. Okay, that's the most recent sell. That's the average cost. Now I'm going to flip back into buy mode. All right, we're going to take a look at Ethereum. Oh, that looks nice. Take a look at Bitcoin. That also looks nice. Back to Ethereum. I'm going to close Bitcoin, but not Ethereum. See if the streaming thing is still happening. I can't believe this is still happening, and it says it's an excellent connection. Concurrent viewers, 1. That's okay. That makes it all worth it to knowing that somebody is there and this is a thing that's happening. So, back to the Doge. Do I have any more I can sell? I think so. Okay, I'm going to get the crumbs ready because I might sell them too. Alright, the crumbs are locked and loaded. I think I might have missed the chance. I mean, if it breaks through that, that's going to be a surprise because it's been quite a while since a meaningful sell-off. I will have a thing. Alright. It looks like we're back up against that high again. For the past 3 minutes, it's been fighting it. I'm gonna have to choose something, so I'm gonna take these